This float is also one another style property. It's same as position, but the behavior will be different than the position. Okay, float means the floating your properties. So let's say in whether div container or whatever you want to float in your web pages. That time you can use this float properties. Okay, float properties you can use it for either left or right. Okay, so I will take you to the example. So here I have added a float.html. In this, we have used one div container and followed by the, okay, yeah. So h2 p1, sorry, 2p paragraph tag, then the divider rule, HR ruler we have applied over there. Then the h2 float next to each other. So which means we have added a three div container. The idea for this all div container to place it next to next. Okay, it will be an inline. Okay, so let's see how it will be look like. And here we have added a div float left, means that style will applicable for all these three div. Okay, and what we have added, float right we have added for only the images. So this image will be rendered and floating level in the right side. Okay, and to see the difference purpose, we have added some background color for each div container. So div 1, 2, 3 class name we have added. For that particular div container, we have specifically added the background color. Okay, so that you will see the difference, how it will be look like. Okay, so there are two sections. The divided by the horizontal ruler. Above section is for the float right example. Below section is for the float next to each other. Okay, so let me share this browser again. I will take you to the output, how it will be look like. Float. Okay, have you seen this? First, let's start with the first example, float right. So where we have applied the float right, we have applied on this image tag, right? So the image, the content is flow from the top. When it comes to the image, since we have added the image tag, let me pick this one. Okay, so the content starts flowing from the top to bottom, h2, then followed by the p2, then this is the parent, sorry, this is the paragraph container, have some image also. So within the image, for this image, we have added the float right as the property. And this is the inline for that. And since it's a float right, it taking you to this right position of the images. Okay, so if it give you the feel like the floating that element to the right section, the position. Okay, so if you change this to left, this will render left, the paragraph content will render next to that. So that we need to add some padding, right? Only then you can see this one. I mean the amount of the text is closed that, right? So if I add a 10 pixel, now you can feel like this is floating left followed by this next content flowing from there. So this is what the idea of this. Let me refresh this. Okay, so this is the usage of this float right property for the image container. Okay, next thing, we have added the div container. So all the div we have grouped together, added a float left. Okay, float left, which means one by one, it's placing the box, which means one content comes first. Since the space is got accommodated, the next content getting added here, then the next content. So this is all together. When you see like the amount of space which is accommodated, it will become as an inline content. Okay, Here we have added a 15 pixel for all the div container. So all content, so all boxes looks similar size. If I change it to 1500, sorry, let's change it to 715 pixel or 415 pixel or 315. Okay. Look at this. Now I change this to 315 pixel. Let me change it to for left, sorry, right side only. No, that's not good. Good. Looks good. Now it will be. Now you will get to know. So the amount of space we got accommodated, then it starts flowing from the render level of the next element. If not, then that will be moved to the next line. So this is what happened. And since the space got accommodated, we can space other div container like this. We can render the element. So here we have covered float right property. If I have added a left, then that will, this image will render here. And the below one is for the next to each other. How you want to display the inline, the use of float attribute within the CSS for your HTML. So this is what the understanding and this is what the usage of this float. Okay.